USS Fly was an 8-gun sloop in the Continental Navy. She was a part of a squadron that raided the port of Nassau and engaged the 20-gun HMS Glasgow. Fly, one of the 8 former merchant ships fitted out by the Naval Committee between November 1775 and January 1776, was purchased in Baltimore, Maryland under congressional authorization of a small tender or dispatch vessel for the fleet. A schooner, often referred to as a sloop, she was first commanded by Lieutenant Hoisted Hacker. Early in 1776, Fly joined the squadron of Commodore E.S.E.K. Hopkins off Reedy Island at the head of Delaware Bay, and on the 17th of February sailed with this force for its historic cruise to New Providence, America's first amphibious operation. 2 nights out, Fly fouled the sloop USS Hornet, who was forced to return to port. Fly, however, was able to rejoin the squadron off New Providence the 11th of March, finding that the operation had been a great success, and that a large quantity of military stores sorely needed by the Continental Army had been taken. Heavily laden with the valuable supplies, the fleet departed New Providence the 17th of March, and on the 4th of April arrived off Long Island, where it took 2 small British ships of war and 2 merchantmen. 2 days later, the squadron engaged the British sloop of war HMS Glasgow, damaging her so badly that she fled into Newport, Rhode Island, leaving her tender to be captured. On the 8th of April the fleet arrived at New London, Connecticut to land the captured military stores. Fly patrolled off New London to learn the strength of the British fleet until June, when she was detached to carry cannon from Newport to Amboy, New Jersey, where she was blockaded briefly by the British. Later in 1776, she cruised the New Jersey coast to intercept enemy ships bound for New York City. In an encounter with one of these in November, a number of Fly's men were wounded, and she was damaged to the extent that she had to put in at Philadelphia to repair and refit. Ready for active service early in 1777, Fly convoyed merchantmen to sea, carried dispatches, and protected American ships in Cape May Channel. During the later part of the year, she was one of the Continental ships working with the Pennsylvania Navy to defend the Delaware River. In November, when the British fleet and powerful shore batteries forced the evacuation of Fort Mifflin and Fort Mercer, giving the British control of the river, Fly and the other Continental ships were burned to prevent their falling into the hands of the enemy.